no voy a decir el restaurante. Estuvimos a Noches de Colombia, right? We're at Noches de Colombia. And because we were waiting for you to come, you know what I'm saying? Driving, all the way over here because he didn't want to fly, no quería volar, you know what I'm saying? Que puede llegar en freaking una hora. He wanted to be Superman and drive, you know what I'm saying? Porque él es piloto. Te digo antes, él es piloto, él le encanta viajar por todas partes de los Estados Unidos y todo, viajando. So, pero él quiso y drove. Pero entre ese tiempo, waiting for you to take forever, you know what I'm saying? Let's make it for the record. Bobby Ruckstuhl, CEO de Telecom, Resource Shark IE. So we're giving all your secrets away.
Thank
you know what I'm saying? So nosotros, Victor, he was hungry. Él tenía hambre. So when we go to eat, ¿verdad? When we're going to eat, siempre es una estrategia. It's strategic. We have to be strategic. Sí, especialmente it's what country are we in, the level of security and what have you, right? And, it just so happens that we didn't have any of our bodyguards or anything yesterday. It was just us, right? So we're like, where do we go eat? ¿Dónde comemos? And Beto dice, vamos a un restaurante de Colombia. Let's go to the Colombian restaurant. So vamos, Noches de Colombia, que I guarantee you they're not going to send us any free food right now. Están diciendo, hablando mal de ellos, Pero fuimos para allá. Un ambiente súper bueno siempre.
Y la comida muy rica, además, muy agradable. Se come.
Great food and everything. You missed it.
I've been there.
No, there's another one. Don't confuse it. See, that's a real white thing to do, to confuse Colombian restaurants. Same Colombian, pero mira qué pasa. So Victor comes in and I go, shit, my back hurts, right? Mi espalda duele. Y yo digo, coño, I don't want to mess around and stuff. Just, let's just do this straight. And Victor goes in, he puts his sweatshirt on and everything else. He goes, I'm invisible. Watch, this is going to work. He goes, I'm invisible. So we go there. We move him to the best seat of the house because now he can see everybody, right? But he's hidden. So él está ahí casi secuestrado en un punto de vista. Él puede ver todo el mundo, pero ellos no pueden ver a él, right? Pero él dice, I see some people there and we're eating, tomamos. Los tragos fue fenomenal.
Sí, muy rico.
We had this thing called maracuyá. It's a passion fruit mojito. Eso fue divino, ¿verdad?
Yes, excelente.
Right? So all of a sudden, I see somebody on the side right there, right? And they're looking, she's grabbing her telephone. So it's cool, countdown, you know what I'm saying? Porque siempre they start grabbing their telephones, stuff like that. I'm like, uh-oh.
Primero empieza con la foto.
Sí.
Y después te dice, no, pero mándale un saludo a mi mamá que está en Medellín, o en Colombia,
claro.
Guatemala, o El Salvador, Honduras, en cualquier parte.
Pero el punto es que it always starts, él es correcto, it always starts with one, because el primer persona que tiene los ganas de goes, hey, can I have a picture? Then it all starts.
Yes.
And then Victor, y yo puedo decir esto porque, mira, yo conozco mucha gente. I know a lot of famous people. I know a lot of people in políticos y todo eso. And I see how they are. I'm not saying, I'm not saying anything bad about like Mark Anthony, J-Lo, or anything else. Todos son, amable. Pero Victor takes the time out,
He's got class.
Yeah, he's very classy. Porque cuando tú lo ves, empezó ayer y eso se fue para allá.
Sí.
Duró como una hora hablando con él.
Parece mentira, pero no sé por qué me gusta conversar con la gente, me gusta entenderla y me gusta ayudarla a conversar de lo que no saben o que no conocen, que necesitan en ese momento. Y yo empiezo siempre con una forma muy familiar, porque la gente te pide una foto y luego te pide un saludo a su mamá, a su papá, y yo lo hago con mucho cariño, porque de verdad créeme que a mí yo tengo un gran agradecimiento con la gente porque me ha apoyado durante tantos años, que ha seguido la carrera, es consecuente, y eso es
único, como él dijo que tú tienes manera, yo no quiero hablar mal de anybody, but I always will talk something, you know what I'm saying? That's it, I mean, I'm just saying that he's cut from a different cloth,
Old school.
Eso sí, claro.
Hay gente diferente que trata diferente al público, incluyendo artistas, por supuesto, que a veces no tienen el mejor humor para conversar con la gente, ¿no? Y no tienen la paciencia. A veces, pero a la gente no le importa y no tiene por qué importarle si uno está enfermo, si se siente mal. Ellos no lo saben y ellos más lo que hacen es abordarlo a uno como admirador.
Right.
Uno debe darle recíprocamente ese cariño que ellos te profesan. Eso es una obligación para nosotros. Los que estamos delante de un micrófono
Sí.
o detrás de una cámara, tenemos esa obligación.
It's important to treat your public, your friends, everybody well. Doesn't matter if you're in front of the camera, behind the camera, anything, so to give them love and consideration.
Respect.
Respect. Así
Respect.
es. Okay, let's get, mira, vamos a hablar de qué tenemos aquí. Vamos a brincar encima. Let's jump on this guy now. You know what I'm saying? So mira qué
Bienvenido,
pasa.
bienvenido.
Mira, una cosa, yo quiero decir esto, Luke Shutter, él es, para que tú lo sepas, estuvo jugando por el NFL, también por los New
Sí, me
Jersey
estaba dando
Generals,
cuenta,
y está en el Hall de Fama.
17 times.
Wow.
Sí,
Hall of
tiene un
Fame.
anillo, sí. So él,
Perfect. Congratulations.
y el Hall of Fame football
Gracias.
player.
Wow, qué orgullo, un placer conocerlo, de verdad, me encanta.
So, how did you get to, and I think, well, I know the story, but let's just talk about, you know, like, how did you go from football to, porque él está en bienes raíces también, you know, y tú sabes que eso es algo que tenemos que crear el contenido así, you know, para la gente, you know what I'm saying? Marvin, this is the stuff we got to be doing, man, you know, like, this is it, en serio, porque creo que el público, I think that people like this. You know what? Stop. Marvin, guess what's going on here? Yo veo aquí que mi asiento está bajando. My seat's lowering and their seats are getting higher, bro. And they're not saying anything, bro. And this has the possibility to be King Miles. They're really, man. Gente, don't believe everything you hear about Victor Campbell. We're going back around, especially this guy. Come on. Pero, Bobby, tell us more. I mean, seriously. I mean,
Okay.
you have NFL, you have real estate, now in telecom. Like, what's up, man? What's going on? We want to know.
So
We want to know the secrets.
I came up the hard way. I came up the hard way. I started playing semi-pro football.
Él empezó jugando semi-pro football cuando
I
estaba joven.
got a couple tryouts and I played with the New Jersey Generals. Donald Trump was my boss.
Él jugó por Donald Trump, el New Jersey Generals, uno de los teams de deportes de USFL.
Wow.
Sí.
So, and then when that all collapsed, I got invited to try out with the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Él jugó con los Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow.
So, and I made it to the last cuts.
Yeah.
But I was in preseason and I played.
Right.
And then I played semi-pro. I played.
Did you miss
13
football?
years.
Did you miss football?
Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
when I retired, I missed it. During it,
Yeah.
you just love it. It's like acting.
Right.
It's in your blood,
Right.
right? And you want to do it. But
With the exception that you're hitting other grown men as fast and as hard as you can to try to cause as much damage as you can. Yo estoy diciendo,
until they start getting much bigger than you.
Me está diciendo, es como haciendo como un actor. Y yo digo, sí, pero la diferencia es que tú estás dando golpes y tratando de sacar sangre cada segundo contra la otra persona. ¿Me copias? Porque fútbol es violento.
No, es violento y mucha gente no queda bien, precisamente. Tienen que una vida deportiva muy corta.
He says that there's a lot of short life in football sometimes.
Yes.
These guys get banged up a lot.
The average player plays less than 4 years.
El jugador menos de 4 años.
In the NFL, you have to have 4 years to get vested for a pension.
Sí, tú tienes que tener el mínimo de 4 años para recibir un pensión.
Okay.
Sí.
So they have it because the average NFL career is 3.6 years.
Wow.
Eso es corto.
Eso.
So no llegan a llegar el pensión.
Es que es una carrera muy, muy corta.
And if we're not talking badly about you, this is the cuídate. I don't go ahead. Yeah.
So that, with 70% or 60% of the players not qualifying for the pension,
Sure.
that's why the NFL's so rich. That pension money sits there because they don't have to pay it out. Because
Well, people tell them to call King Capital. We'll start managing.
you can start investing
You
them.
can start doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Manage that
Sí,
portfolio.
pero mira, eso es algo, eso es contenido que nosotros estamos hablando, que es importante. ¿Cómo tú vas hablando de NFL sobre un carretera de llegando tecnología y todo eso? But don't forget, Bobby, we want to know the truth. What's going on with the telecom resource shark?
Well,
I'm banging on the microphone and Marvin's like, stop. It's okay, go ahead.
so when I got done playing football, my to-be wife said, "You've got to grow up and get a real job."
Right.
Wow.
So I had to get a real job. So I got into the real estate industry. I started as an appraiser.
Okay.
And eventually I ended up getting all the licenses in all the different disciplines. A lender, a title company, a broker, all of them.
Mira eso, mira, él logró todas las licencias que tú puedes tener en el círculo de vida de comprando y financiando bienes raíces.
Qué bien.
Un prestamista, un tasador, un compañía de títulos y escrituras, lo tenía todo. Sí.
So then when the financial crisis hit 2008, 2009,
yeah.
everything crashed. Nobody knew how to defend the homeowners. So nobody knew how to protect the homeowners. So these attorneys were calling around. Well, I was one of 12 people in the whole country who had all those licenses.
Eso es clave. So, durante el debacle inmobiliario de 2008, ¿verdad? No había mucha gente que tenía para ayudar los propietarios que tenían todas las licencias. Y él fue un profesional que tiene solamente 12 en el país entero.
Wow.
Como él tenía todas las licencias, como él podía ayudarlo como un expert witness, también probar servicios, porque él tenía todas las licencias, él podía hablar de altitud de todo el proceso. ¿Me copias?
Claro, claro.
Imagínate, es hablando de el industria completo, yeah, so that's pretty cool, So go ahead, what happened?
So I started teaching attorneys how to represent the homeowners
Right.
who were getting foreclosed on, because the banks were breaking all the rules.
Right.
And people were losing their houses when they shouldn't have.
Right.
So for 10 years, I worked with attorneys and defended them all across the country.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up helping a couple of states write their predatory lending laws and licensing laws and all of those. I testified in the U.S. Congress 3 times. So I became an expert witness.
Yeah, so.
Well, while I was working with one of the law firms in California, they were doing all the late night TV commercials. You see those late night?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, they were spending $30,000 to $50,000 a month on TV ads, and they wanted to eliminate that. So they asked me to help them build an online marketing. I learned how to do it, and I didn't like working with the attorneys sometimes because.
So if I'm right or wrong, resource shark, and what you're saying, like let's say we were one of those attorneys, it's a complete online marketing presence.
Yes.
Material.
Right. So you cut your budget. So you spend a third of what you would have spent on TV ads to go on the internet, and you have reach all around the world.
Es casi solamente un tercer del gasto del resto ahí.
Yeah. And so I saw how much benefit that did, how more efficient it was, how much you save money. And so I built Resource Shark. And now we have clients in 15 countries on 5 continents.
Más de 15 países trabajando directo ahora.
Increíble.
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 Sí, incredible. That's awesome.
So we have millions of visitors every year.
Sí.
Come and they see our businesses and our clients, and it just keeps growing.
Expandiendo, tú ves.
That's good.
Malo.
Good.
Malo pero bueno. Malo pero bueno. Malo pero bueno.
Gracias.